pending home sales just surged. Is the market heating up again? After months of a slower housing market, pending home sales just made a surprisingly strong jump. So does this mean the housing market is finally heating back up again? Well, yes and no. And the real answer is actually more important than the headline. Hey, it's David Hiddle, your real estate specialist, doing business as Shop Kentucky Homes, LLC, with United Real Estate Louisville. And lately, the market has felt very different compared to the frenzy that we saw a few years ago. Homes today have been sitting longer, buyers have been more cautious, and affordability has been one of the biggest challenges in today's market. But now, we're seeing a new signal emerge. Pending home sales are starting to climb again. According to a recent Redfin report, pending home sales rose about 3.5% year over year, which is actually one of the stronger demand signals that we've seen in quite some time. At the same time, mortgage applications have also been improving. Buyers are slowly re-entering the market, and some areas are seeing stronger activity than expected. So on the surface, it looks like the market may be gaining momentum again. But here's the important part. This does not mean that we're suddenly back to the 2021 housing frenzy, because today's buyers are behaving very differently than those 2021 buyers. Today's buyers are more cautious, they're more payment focused, they're more negotiation driven, and they've been very selective about what they are buying. So what we're seeing isn't panic buying, it's strategic buying. So why is this even happening? Well, a few things are helping to bring buyers back into the market. And the biggest one of them all, more inventory. Buyers finally have options again. Another reason is sellers are becoming more flexible. We're seeing more price reductions and seller concessions. And another reason is buyers are adjusting to the new interest rates. A lot of people are realizing that waiting forever may not help them. And because of that, some buyers who had paused are starting to move again. And if you want real housing market updates without the hype, please make sure you are subscribed, because I break this stuff down so you can understand what is actually happening in today's market. So what does this mean for buyers? Well, if you are a buyer, this market may actually be one of the best balance points we have seen in years. Because while competition is starting to improve, you still have opportunities like negotiating repairs, asking for seller concessions, having time to make decisions, and that is very different from the 2021 frenzy market. But what does this mean for sellers? Well, if you are a seller, this is actually encouraging news, because it means that buyer activity is improving. But that does not mean you can ignore pricing or presentation, because buyers today are still extremely value conscious. The homes that are winning in today's market are priced correctly, are well presented, and are marketed strategically. So the big picture here is this. This is what I would call a market that is stabilizing. It's not exploding, and honestly, that is healthier, because instead of emotional chaos, we are starting to see a more functional housing market emerge. So yes, pending home sales are improving, but this is not the return of the old market. This is the beginning of a new phase. One where strategy matters more than the hype. If you are thinking about buying or selling, and you want a strategy built for today's market, please reach out. I'd love to help. And if you got value from this video, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. And I will see you in the next video.